Hello everyone, this is the mind of Lilith and welcome to another open mind intuitive tarot message. This message is for the collective or the audience for the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so the sword is here. I saw the tear earlier. The sword. Let me get one more. What's going on for the collective archangels and the tear? This wanted to come out because I wasn't done shuffling and I guess these cards wanted to come out. So we have the sword and the tear. Something is being cut off or cut through, literally or figuratively. It could be a tear in the portal. It could be a tear in timelines. There's a split in consciousness. Someone's making a drastic shift or change in their lives. I don't think this is the tear as far as like from your eye. It could be that. But I'm hearing like a tear of ripping of something. To tear something apart. To cut something. There is an eye here in this card, but I don't think it's that kind of tear for this message with the sword here. Someone is choosing a path, a new path. The World card and the Fool card is here. It's like timeline jumping, pivoting in a whole new direction. I can see a tower here, the Death card, the Fool card. This is Uranian energy. When something is torn, it is ripped. There's a sword here of cutting, but swords also represent clarity, understanding, lucidity, focus. So this card is very dark. There's a lot of dark energy here. I think that someone's becoming aware of a situation that they're currently in, and their awareness is helping them to break free from a dynamic, from a paradigm, from the matrix, from the system, from brainwashing, conditioning. There's a split happening here where you're being separated not from the body but from a conscious state or state of consciousness, awareness. Someone's becoming very aware of what's going on. It's like the dark has been illuminated. A path is being lit through the darkness, and the sword is cutting through the darkness to bring you light. Or on the inverse, a sword could be cutting through the light to bring you darkness. But there is a choice that's being made here. You may be forced to make a very important decision that could change the course of direction of your life for the long term. This is almost like the yin and yang symbol. We have the moon here, then we have the crescent moon, then we have the full moon, then we have the sun. There's a choice that has to be made here. And the sword is not up and down, it's at an angle. It's at a 45-degree angle. So there is some tension. This is not an easy decision, but it's necessary. This must be done. And I don't think you have a choice. Once you see things as they are for what they are, you have no choice but to make this decision, whatever that is. And it's very important. Someone's becoming conscious, aware, elevated. They've plugged into the matrix, or they're online. Somebody or a few of you guys were in a slumber, or you were asleep. You were like kind of like drones or automatons, robots, something like that. And this is Uranian energy. Pluto in Aquarius Uranus and Taurus. There's a square here. Someone's perspective is radically shifting about a situation, a relationship, a career path, a life path. It's shifting like drastically, like white and black. There is no gray area here. It's like, for example, somebody winning the lottery. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but there's like this timeline jumping where your life going forward will look radically different or drastically different than what it has been looking like for the past several years or decades. Someone has paid their dues. They've cut through the darkness. So the sword is going towards the darkness, the moon card. It's like that's being, like a windshield wiper, that's being wiped away. The sword is coming down on the darkness, and this is, the light's going to increase. So positive energy, more empowerment, enrichment, enlightenment. Your energy is being elevated, it's growing. This is like a waxing crescent. It's going towards the full moon. So it's moving this way. It's like your energy and your consciousness is raising and elevating. You're evolving, or you have evolved. I don't know what this epiphany is about, but this is an epiphany, this lightning bolt. And this epiphany cuts through the darkness of ignorance, of fear, of shame, of conditioning, self-destructive habits and behavior, depression. That's being cut through like a sword. I don't know if you're wielding the sword or that's like some sort of this divine intervention. This is a tower, the world, the fool, maybe judgment. I would even say the star card, because this is something you've hoped and wished for. So like somebody wishing for help in a situation, right? And they don't know how to get out of it, or they're unaware of something, and they're like, help me God, I need to figure this out, what I need to do. This is like an epiphany or some sort of download you're receiving that completely shatters all your preconceived notions and previous perceptions about a situation, about life, about your own power. That's being shifted. So this is the sword of light, truth, positivity, understanding, courage, clarity, knowledge, cutting through the darkness. The sun overriding the moon. The sun represents our purpose in life, our identity, our ego, our destiny, and the moon represents the past, the subconscious, our impulses, what we've inherited from ancestors, emotionally, biologically, psychologically, spiritually. That's being cut through. There is a shift or transition to a whole different timeline or paradigm. It's like someone who's coming from humble beginnings, raised in like a poor farm, and then they meet a millionaire who loves them, and that millionaire changes the whole family bloodline. Something like that, where there's a shift or a tear in a portal. I don't see this as a literal crying tear. I'm not seeing it for this reading. I'm seeing this as something that has to be broken through or broken away from. This is divine intervention, like the sword of Gabriel or Michael, an archangel, is helping you in this. Something may happen today that elevates your consciousness. It's like a wish coming true, or some sort of download of information that's going to give you assistance on how to get out of a certain situation, or to make you aware of something that will help you on your journey. If you have the extra funds, play the lottery today. I'm not saying gamble away your last dollar, but this is something that's completely shifting your reality to a whole new paradigm or space. This is Tower energy, the Fool card, I would say the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Star. And I'm being shown the Hierophant too. Like an old system where structure is being torn down. But this could be a belief system or an institution that's being, it's like the light is fighting the darkness. The light is winning on a personal level, on a collective level. There's some spirit support coming through from a different dimension to help elevate the consciousness and the energy, the frequency, vibration of humanity. There's like a spiritual war that's being waged on you internally, but also externally. So it's like on the individual level or the micro level, what you've been going through, this spiritual warfare. But then there are principalities in high places that are used to plunge humanity into darkness and despair and fear. Those energies and entities are being fought off. They're being cut away, or they're losing their power. Their power is waning. Neptune and Aries. Spirit guides, what's happening? What's happening for the collective? What's happening for the collective? Next 24 to 48 hours. Clinging, rejection. Okay. Clinging, rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. One day, beauty, beginnings. This came out yesterday. Clinging. Right. So, see these black and white cards? I'll put these together. So we have rejection, one day, clinging, beauty, and beginnings. So, I feel like this was a energy vampire in a form of like an archon or a spirit that was feeding off of you. These are the principalities I'm talking about, like negative energies and entities and spirits or whatever that are here to bring your vibration, your energy down. Rejection is about expulsion. You rejecting those energies, you no longer feeding into that paradigm or that system, you choosing to fight the depression, to fight the bitterness, to fight your fear. You're rejecting something that was within you that made your life really small. Your life was small. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. This is like timeline jumping. Beauty and beginning. You see the contrast in the colors? We have black and white, and I mentioned the black and white shift earlier. This is like the moon energy of the sword. This dark black and white, rejection, one day, and holding on. Then we have beauty and beginnings. Charming, graceful, try again, new direction, start over. This is Fool card energy, world card, beauty. Charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. The frequency, vibration of the planet is being elevated. Negativity and darkness is being cut through. More and more people are asking, or they're being intentional about asking specific entities for assistance in combating the darkness. So, you know, in the past, people may have wallowed in misery with a sense of like apathy or powerlessness. Like, I'm depressed, that's just the way it is. So let me drink alcohol and do drugs to like deal with this monkey on my back, to deal with this horrible feeling. But I think now people are shifting their consciousness upward and asking for assistance from angels, entities, spirits to kind of combat this negative energy. There's a split here. It's no longer one day, it's here now. Hold on. That's interesting. Okay. Give me a second, guys. This is the energy of Leo. Illumination, the sun. Sun is in Aries, in exaltation. The light is breaking through the darkness. It's washing it away. It's like moon energy is being rejected or disposed of. Ancestral karma, like emotional baggage from multiple lifetimes, that's being purged. Because it's not useful anymore. This is kind of connected to what happened yesterday. The reading I did yesterday. There's no need for this. People are detaching from the past. They're no longer holding on to it like a badge of honor. They're intentionally saying F the moon, in a sense. Forget the moon, forget the past, forget where I came from. It's all about the sun now. Sun is exalted with Neptune and Chiron. So sun is in Aries with Neptune in Aries and Chiron in Aries. This is massive spiritual healing of the identity, healing of the spirit. It's like I have the right to exist, and not only exist in happiness, peace, and empowerment. This is like a purging energy, an incineration of the moon, or an incineration of the past. Like burning away a dead body, mummies, history. It's now a source of information. It's not a space where you're supposed to live in. So you're no longer living in the realm of the moon. You're going towards the sun. You're going towards the sun. And the realm of the moon is the past lives. This is your childhood. This is history. This is even hell in extreme cases. I think the moon is hell, more so than the earth. But that's being expunged, removed, incinerated, destroyed, shattered, burned away. And it's not even I don't know what happened. I think these are spirits and entities that are holding on to you and keeping you down from past lives. It's clinging on to you like a barnacle. This is saran wrap over a person's face. They can't breathe, holding on, obsessing, and spying. You can see the person's face, but they're not living. Or they're close to, they're not truly living, they're close to death. This is saran wrap over a person's face. They can't breathe. So you've been alive but not living. The moon energy, walking in darkness, in the past, in the shadows, in secrecy, in fear, in shame, and you're overcoming that now. Spirit guys, please continue the message for the collective as it pertains to this story. We move this to the side. La la la. You're feeling empowered for the first time in a long time. Like, I know, breaking rules. You had some rules, restrictions, Saturnian energy. This Saturnian energy had you inhibited, afraid of living, afraid of fighting, afraid of life, afraid of confrontation, not just confronting other people, but confronting yourself, not wanting to see the error of your own ways, or not wanting to see how you're responsible or accountable for whatever you're unhappy about in your own life. You're becoming more beautiful, or you feel more beautiful as a result of this this catharsis, this epiphany, this illuminating experience. Some of you guys could be Leos or Cancers. Spirit guys, one more, please. One more? No. Yes, one more. Thank you very much. So we have the World card. Thank you. This is over. The Six of Cups. Ending your relationship to the past. Childhood. This is Scorpio energy. 8th house energy. You may have the South Node in Scorpio. Pluto in Scorpio. Scorpio in the 4th house, which makes you Leo rising. The King of Swords. Cutting through the fog of confusion, deception, self-deception, misery, depression. This is Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius. Wielding a sword here of truth. It's in his right hand. So this is a righteous person. This is a person who is of a higher elevation. It's not reversed, it's upright. It's a person who's a spiritual warrior, a warrior for truth. This is sun energy too. This is the sun's energy, because the sun's energy is about illumination. And when you illuminate things, you can differentiate between that object, that TV, that video, that chair, that table. There's this differentiation with the sun card. With the moon in darkness, you can't really distinguish different items and elements from each other. Everything is melded or blended into one. There's a merging with the moon energy. There's no merging with the sun's energy. This is all about me, my identity, my ego, my purpose, my destiny, my evolution. The moon is about us and we and family and mother, and it's a codependent planet or relational planet. So the moon's identity is based on her relationship or his relationship to other people. I'm your mother, I'm your wife, I'm your daughter. She doesn't have an individual identity. Her identity comes from her relationship to or association with other people, or how she identifies with other people. I'm his wife. The moon card. Thank you. Cutting through the moon. Wow, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The sword cutting through the moon here. Bang. 45-degree angle. It's going downward. This is a waxing moon. Now the moon here is full, so we're going towards a full moon. The next full moon is going to be in the sign of Aries. I'm sorry, the sign of Libra. Why did I say Aries? The next full moon is going to be the sign of Libra. Libra is about relationships, other people, how we relate to others, how we identify ourselves in relationships. So I'm this person's wife, right? My identity is based on my relationship to other people. That's my friend. I'm their friend. This is the we aspect in astrology, not the me. The me is the Aries, the 1st house. The we is the Libra, 7th house. Cutting through that to define your own identity. And this is also cutting away from the past. Your childhood experiences, people's projections on you. You're internalizing other people's garbage and nonsense. This is shame, fear, anxiety, depression, mental illness. A looping of negative energy, the same old narrative. It's like reading the same book 50 times. Not to learn from it, but to, I guess, live vicariously through the past. It's no longer, you're not learning from it. You're not growing, you're not elevating. The mood is not about growth and elevation. It's about holding on to the past. Learning from the past, ideally, but you're not learning anything here. And you're seeing that now. You're cutting through the fog of the past. You're disconnecting from your family members, mother energy, father energy, experiences, childhood stuff, but also ancestral karma. Ace of Pentacles, whole new beginning. The 5 of Cups. Yep. So the 5 of Cups is Scorpio energy. So the Ace of Pentacles represents a new financial beginning, new financial opportunity, new business, new job, a seed being planted. And the moon cycles are used to determine when seeds are planted. Planting seeds during the waxing moon cycle increases the crops. So the Five of Cups represents like the tears, which are here from the past, but those tears are moistening or watering the soil of this new future you have for yourself. You're not drowning in this you're not drowning in the water anymore. You're using it to nourish the soil of your life and your future. You notice here, this person's standing on land. There's water here, but they're not drowning in that water. Their feet are firmly planted on the ground. So there's stabilization here. So now I can plant this Ace of Pentacles into this soil and use these cups, these 3 cups, to water that seed. I can plant this seed in the soil and use these cups to water that seed. And then I'll have more abundance. So it's no longer like using this as a crutch. It's interesting how this moon card energy here and this Ace of Pentacles is the same size. It's like holding the moon in your hand, taking control of your emotions, bearing your emotions, using your emotions as fertilizer, as seed, to grow a prosperous future. Because the moon is very important. It is. The moon represents all the bodies of water on the planet. If you don't have the moon, it's a problem for us. So I'm not saying the moon is bad, but I think your moon was inverted or was distorted by the nodes or Saturn or Pluto or Mars. There could have been anger towards your mother or your family members, a feeling of like bitterness or restriction or jealousy, something like that with the moon. The moon is afflicted here by aspect, by sign, or house placement. You're taking this afflicted moon and you're turning it into seeds of knowledge, abundance, opportunity, growth. The moon is turning to the sun. And the water, these 3 cups, is being used to water that seed that came from your past, and you're giving birth to a new future. This could manifest within 9 months. You'll see a radical shift in your life from now until 9 months from now. There is a full moon coming up in Libra. Oh, no, I said Aries. We did have a new moon in Aries recently. Clarify the World card and the... Wow, the moon, the full moon is going to be in Libra. The moon will be in Libra in a couple of days. The moon's currently in Virgo. Clarify the World card and the 6 of Cups, please. 8 of Cups. Walking away from the past. Or walking towards a new future for yourself. 4 of Swords. Resting after a battle. 10 of Wands. And 7 of Wands. Let me move this over for now. The 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands represents a lot of responsibilities, duties, obligations, and also a lot of emotional or energetic baggage. That baggage was blocking you from your blessings. And I think you're realizing that now. So now you are combining these energies in a sense, or you are now focused on new opportunities. You're putting up boundaries. You're putting up boundaries. Okay, here's the thing. The reason why you feel burdened right now is because you feel disempowered. Like you don't have power over your life or your destiny. Like you have to wait for someone to give you permission to do something. This is someone who feels like they need permission from their mother or their father or society to live their own life, because that's how they were raised. You need permission to do this. You have to follow these rules. There's this very inhibited thing going on here. We have the 10 and the 7. That's 8 of Wands. Rapid, fast movement. After you learn how to block all this negative energy that you have internally, block the thoughts, block the emotions and the fears, Focus. This is like focus too. Focusing on the future. So this person is so overwhelmed with what they got going on, bills, kids, responsibility, internal issues, that they cannot visualize or imagine a future for themselves. You are getting out of energy. You're taking a break. You're resting. You are retreating from all of this Ten of Wands energy, and you're now protecting your space, your boundaries, and your peace. You are carving out a space for yourself to facilitate this transition. This is a mental and emotional space. This is like getting rid of old baggage. It's like the old emotional baggage and attachments to people, either mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. That old baggage is blocking your blessings and is causing like this mental and emotional burden that has you here in darkness and confusion and the moon energy. You're always in the moon energy. Your emotions are more important than anything else in your life, and you're cutting through that. You may have a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. A lot of fourth house energy. Sun in the fourth house potentially. Moon in exaltation. Moon afflicted. Moon in like, I would say the moon is in the upper half of the chart, or the southern hemisphere. The 12th house to the 7th house. The moon could be there too. Or the moon is aspecting the sun in like an eclipse, or the full moon or new moon, even a quarter moon potentially. The moon has taken precedence over your life, or taken control of your life, and it's blocked you. It's like busy work. You're so distracted by not just external distractions like work and other obligations, material things, but there's an internal dissonance and confusion and like tension where you don't feel comfortable or safe. You're always anxious, on edge, feeling burdened or weighed down by the past, mistakes you've made, regrets, and that is diffusing your energy and depleting you energetically too. So you're now taking 3 wands away, which is new opportunities, a new beginning, waiting for your ships to come in. You're using those 3 wands to plant new seeds for yourself, a new life, a new beginning that's not encumbered by this 10 of wands here. This is not just physical exhaustion, physical burdens and responsibilities, also spiritual and emotional. You're carrying baggage that does not belong to you, and you're trying to maintain and sustain your life operating at like 40-50% capacity, because you have all these things going on in the background for you psychologically, and it's draining you. Clarify the King of Swords and the Moon card, please. Five of Wands. Internal conflict. Fighting yourself. At war with yourself. Hermit card. Taking a break. Right, because this kind of reminds me of yesterday. You were at war with yourself. You had to take a break back, take a step back, retreat, and reflect on what the hell's going on. This Hermit card, this Hermit has a sun in its lantern. The sun here. Or the moon could be here too, because the full moon is also about illumination and culmination of a cycle, life experiences, etc., etc. This is over. You're no longer fighting with yourself anymore. You are free. You're breaking free. You had to take a step back. You could be a Virgo, someone, a rising sign. You have to take a step back. We have Virgo and Pisces, or Virgo and Cancer, potentially. The moon is also Pisces energy, but I would say it's Cancer too. Because the moon is the subconscious, which is where Pisces resides, right? When you go to sleep, you go to the realm of the subconscious. Now, the moon is there too, chilling at night, influencing your dreams and things of that nature. But this is both Pisces, in my opinion, and Cancer. We have the opposite of that, which is the relational aspect, the 7th house situation. Who am I versus, or who am I relative to the people that are in my life? Someone does not have an identity or a sense of identity. There could be a South Node or North Node aspect in the ascendant too. South Node, North Node on the in the first house, or the south node, north node, on the midheaven with one of your, with your sun or your moon, specifically sun or moon. There could be Neptune aspecting the ascendant too. Who am I relative to the rest of the world? You didn't know who you were, and so you became what other people wanted you to be for them. You became, I don't know, a slave, a victim, a martyr, a servant, I don't know, a sex worker, whatever. You became whatever other people wanted you to be, and you did not have an identity. And so you started wallowing in darkness. Who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? Somebody went through a dark night of the soul, a very long period of retreat to find out who they are, discover who they are, so that they can align with their purpose. This was an intentional withdrawal. You wasn't forced into this. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, please. It's interesting that one of the cups was taken away. The self-love cup. There's Six of Cups and Five of Cups here. One of these cups was taken away to invest in yourself, to feed yourself, to nurture yourself, to provide for and care for yourself. Ace of Cups. Thank you. One of the cups taken away. Strength card. Because the 6 to the 5 is the 1. That's 2 cups. 2 cups can represent a romantic relationship or mutually beneficial situation, something that's a symbiotic relational aspect. You and me, Libra energy. Somebody have a highly aspected Libra in their chart. It could be their sun, moon, or rising sign ruler, or it could be the dispositor. It could be the sign that rules the dispositor of their sun sign. Libra is here also. We have Leo here too. Leo, the world. This is, didn't I mention the sun? The sun is this Aquarius energy. This is also the sun. Leo energy, strength card. Like being resolute, firm, courageous. Leo is here. I mentioned that in this situation. Leo is definitely here. So you could be Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising also. One of the cups was removed. We got the 6 to the 5 because you're not wallowing in self-pity anymore. You're taking action. You're being proactive on your own life. It's like someone realizes that they're the master of their own fate and destiny. The moon's energy is receptive. It is reactive. It's instinctual. It's not proactive or aggressive in any way. This is a reactionary planet. So some of you guys were stuck in a loop of letting things happen to you instead of taking charge of your own life. You guys may have an afflicted Mars also. You let things happen to you. Let people do things to you or control you in some way. Ace of Cups in the Strength card. 2 aces here with the World. Whole new beginning. The Fool card is also here, but we don't see it, but it's here. You go from the World to the Ace of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. The next card after the World is the Fool card. But you already made the choice. You've made this choice already. So the Fool does not have to show up because this is a foregone conclusion. I'm choosing myself. I'm investing in me. 6 of Cups, King of Cups. I'm investing in me. I'm choosing myself. 6 of Swords, Aquarius energy. King of Cups. I'm retreating from the situation. The 10 of Swords is also here. This is ended. This is ended. You're taking 6 swords away and you're mastering your emotions. King of Cups is Scorpio energy and the King of Swords. King of Cups, King of Swords. This is a square. You guys may be a Scorpio, a Pluto, In the 4th house, 2 of Cups. I figured that would come out at some point. Self-love. And the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. I really love it when the cards, me and the cards are locked in. Be homies right now. Thank you, cards. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling rejected, impoverished, abandoned, lack mentality. That is also here. And I was going to mention that because we got the 5 of Cups instead of the 6. And I was thinking, well, where's the 5 Pentacles? It is here. That's 6 Pentacles. And now we have 6 of Cups. There's a balance. So some of the 5 Pentacles, they feel like they're not enough. They don't have enough. This is a lack mentality, lack mindset. Which is interesting is that this is Taurus, this is Scorpio. 1st, 7th house aspect. Another relational aspect. Right? So this is the 2nd house of astrology. This is the 8th house of astrology. Okay? 2nd house is my personal values, my resources, blah, blah, blah. And the 8th house is your resources and value. So someone did not feel like they had control over their own energy, their own destiny, their own fate. They could have been raised by or surrounded by controlling people who wanted to use their energy. Not just controlling people, but entities that were using their energy for their own purposes. They didn't know that. Now they know. Spirit guides, what is this epiphany about? What is the collective coming into awareness or realization about? The Emperor, their own power. Saturn, this is a Aries energy. The sun is in Aries, exalted. You're becoming aware of your own power, or you're becoming aware of how an authority figure, a father figure, an elder, has controlled or shaped or warped your perception of yourself and your reality. 2 of Pentacles, Emperor, and 2 of that doesn't even make any sense. That this does not make sense. There's a misalignment here. So this Emperor energy has you. This person who is either controlling you mentally and emotionally, this person has you at a state where you're financially unstable. You don't feel like you're in charge of your own energy, and you have your own, and you're like your priority. You're not important to you. Where's that Ace of Pentacles? This is trying to balance your finances or other obligations, but this is also emotional instability with the water in the background. These ships are like on high waves, high tides, the moon, Cancer. This is Capricorn energy, which is the opposite of Cancer. Saturn energy. So this Emperor person, a strong mother figure or father figure, if your father wasn't present, this person controls you mentally, and they pretty much programmed you and conditioned you into believing that your life was not your own. It's a very controlling person, a controlling parent. Your life didn't belong to you. Your energy doesn't belong to you. And so you've like adopted that, and you've probably gravitated towards people who were controlling, abusive, manipulative. And because of that, you're waiting for somebody to save you. Waiting for someone, 7 of Pentacles, to save you from yourself. 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. There's no financial growth here. Because if you don't invest in yourself, there's not going to be any growth or abundance. Some of you guys may feel like you don't deserve prosperity or growth or abundance. It's like you feel like you need permission to live and be happy. Like you don't have the right to be happy. That's what you guys feel like. What's the Emperor's relationship to the collective? How did this person show up in the collective's lives? What's their relationship to the collective? Let's see, Justice. Let's see. The Chariot. 4 of Cups. Cancer energy. This is your destiny. The Star card. Is the Star card here? Justice is here. Wow. Didn't I say Justice? This person you were married to, or you may get married to in the future. You were married to someone who was like an authoritative authoritative parents, that was your destiny. I felt Libra come out for some reason. Libra is, again, relational situations. Your relationships mirrored this dynamic. So with the stars, it's like the future. You kept meeting people who were like your father or your mother. 2 major arcana. Lifelong situations. Now, you may be on your way to meeting an emperor, an Aries, someone, a rising sign. We got Aries and Libra. More relationships. Marriage. Marrying someone who was like your parents. 4 of Cups. Rejection, depression, Wheel of Fortune. Self-destructive behavior, self-sabotage. This person does not believe they deserve good luck or good fortune or opportunities. They could have been raised by a jealous parent who said, if I'm miserable, you're going to be miserable too. Or this person the parent was jealous of them. So they married somebody who was jealous of them. Somebody who was intimidated by their success or opportunities or their gifts. This person was raised by or conditioned by people who were haters. They were haters. Ace of Wands, right. And they wanted you to not take advantage of new opportunities. Here you are out here free in the world, young, beautiful, got a lot going for you. Tower would come up in the star card at some point. Damn. This is crazy. Yeah, so you were raised to like get involved with people who were haters, who would block your blessings, who did not want you to elevate beyond them. Getting married to a guy or a girl who feels intimidated by your success or your beauty, your talent. And so they kind of manipulate you into holding back and not taking advantage of the opportunities. They wanted you to stay stuck with the 4 of Pentacles. Look at all these blessings here. This is a Capricorn, a Taurus, the Tower, and the Star card. All these major arcana. A marriage ended abruptly. It was beyond your control. So yeah, so okay. Let me stop here because it's a long story. So here's what happened, right? You were raised in a situation where you were devalued. You were swallowed up by your parents. Like your identity meant nothing to them. Your essence of who you are meant nothing to them. You were there to serve them. That's it. They didn't love you, or they did not know how to express their love for you. They were competitive against you. They were jealous of you in some way. And you ended up marrying people who were just like that. You ended up in relationships with people who were jealous of you, who didn't want the best for you. You didn't know how to identify a hater because you were used to seeing it, and you thought that hate was love because the person who was hating you, the first person who hated on you was the first person you loved, which was your parents. So you equated jealousy with love, or you didn't know that there was people who you loved that would hate you. It didn't make sense that would happen. And so you didn't have any discernment. You kept surrounding yourself with people who would bring you down because that's what you were familiar with. That was your surroundings. Your parents were hating on you, siblings, relatives, loved ones. You loved people who did not mean you well as a child. Your parents did not love you, or they didn't want you, something like that. Not to be callous about it, but they didn't love you or want you. And they showed it in the way that they treated you. You were just there as an obligation, a duty, a responsibility, but there was no real, genuine love there. And so when you got older and started dating and, entertaining relationships, you were attracting people who were just like this, but didn't know that was a reality. Didn't know what was going on. This is like pattern recognition, the moon energy, repeating family curses, generational curses, old cycles, right? Living in the past. So if my mom or dad treated me this way and I love them, if my husband or wife doesn't treat me this way, they don't love me. So you gravitated toward people who treated you the way your parents did, and those people were haters. Your parents were haters. They were very jealous of you for whatever reason. And their jealousy of you made you invert yourself. It made you try to please them by like diminishing or downplaying your own identity, losing your identity to try to please them, trying not to trigger them with your light, with your beauty, with your happiness, with success, self-sabotaging behaviors. Like, they'll love me more if I'm suffering and failing like them. They'll accept me and they'll love me more if I'm not intimidating them. Somebody doesn't want to trigger the jealousy of their parents and thus their partner, and so they intentionally sabotage themselves. That's what's happening. So now opportunities come towards you and you're like, oh my God, I don't, should I do this? You're asking your hater for permission to live your own damn life. And you don't know they're your hater. You think they love you because they talk to you and they pretend to like you, I guess. Because you don't have any discernment, because that's all you know. All you know is haters. So you don't know that, you don't know what real love looks like, or real friendship looks like, or what it sounds like. Now you know. This full moon is illuminating something. The 7th house is relationships, Libra energy. Your haters are being revealed, or you're now aware of what your haters have been doing and how that energy has been affecting your life in some way. You're now aware that you've been giving your energy to haters because you didn't know that your parents were also haters, and the people who you're attracting were mirroring this energy, and you thought it was love. It was familiar to you. You didn't even know how to identify what that was. You just wanted them to love you and to give you security and safety, something like that. This is connected to yesterday's message. One more message for you guys and I'm out. My nose is itching, which means I'm on the mark. If you guys are going through this, I need you to understand that your life belongs to you. Your life belongs to you. Your parents are not God. They did not give you permission to be here. Your birth and your existence was already preordained. They were just a vessel for you to get here. Your life belongs to you. You should be the most important person in your life, period. And just because they don't love you doesn't mean that you're not lovable. Stop seeking love from people who are jealous of you. That's crazy. $1122, 2 master numbers, great shift, personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals, oneness, connection, and completion, the full moon in Libra. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons, Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, the World card, the Chariot, and the Star card. The Chariot goes towards the star. You're going towards your destiny. This is like this epiphany, Uranian energy. It's not from what I'm looking at here, it's not dangerous or traumatic in the sense that is something you didn't want to happen or something that you're reeling from. This is something you're welcoming. You're open to this now. Because this person or this idea, this belief had you in a bind financially. So somebody's manifesting some sort of financial abundance, wealth, goals, a new home, whatever the case may be. First, focus it out, okay? Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. You're raising your frequency vibration. You're taking accountability and taking charge of your energy. And you're getting support from the angels to do this. Now you're like, I said this earlier, in the past you were just like receptive to it, you were passive. You let things happen to you. You feel like it was out of your hands. You're not in charge of this. Oh well, right? You felt helpless. Now you're taking charge and you're asking for assistance and you're receiving that. 888, personal power. Emperor energy. Material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, Libra energy, confidence, material gain, epic romance. The King of Cups is here also with the King and Queen of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Epic romance. Two of Cups is also here. The Tower and the Star could also indicate an epic romance that comes out of nowhere. The Two of Cups is here though. You may have gone through this epiphany after a breakup or this process of self-discovery. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. Okay, got 4 cards here. One more, 2 more. 1011. Take action. Hope, new beginning, fresh start. New beginnings also here. Fresh start, the World card. Hope, Star card. Lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening that came out more than once. This is a call to action to move forward. The Sun in Aries, Neptune in Aries, Chiron in Aries. Healing the spirit, healing your soul, healing your identity. It's like almost like healing the source, healing from the source. Your core. This is like a core healing from before you were born, because you inherited this in past lives too. The whole new shift or paradigm. You went through all the 12 houses or the 12 signs. Now you're at Aries. A lot of Pisces energy. You could be a Pisces, someone rising. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. All right. Strength card. 40404. Balance, power struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations, and warning. This is what's going to be triggered once you start to elevate yourself. Okay? The haters will show themselves. You'll feel threatened in some way. You're not in danger because the angels are protecting you with the sword, and you have discernment. You're not going to end up like, what's her name? Shanquella Robinson. You're not going to end up like her. You're going to see, oh, now I know what a hater looks like. I can't trust them. I don't want to go to their house. I don't want them to come to my house. We're not going to hang out. It's like you're going to create distance between yourself and the people who don't like you. Warning, pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep boundaries. 7 of Wands. Boundaries are important because as you start to grow and elevate and you're still surrounded by your haters, right? They're going to show themselves, and they may show themselves in ways that are detrimental to your mental and or emotional health or even physical health. Starting arguments, trying to get your frequency down, trying to, just putting low vibrational energy on you to get you distracted. So here you are talking about all your positive accomplishments and your goals and this and the third, and they want to bring up what you did 15 years ago when you were young and in the streets, not knowing who you are, or you were young and making mistakes. They want to bring that up to humble you and bring you down. Do not be around those people. Leave them alone. So as you start to elevate, be prepared for the pushback because it's all energy. You have polarities here. So as your positive polarity raises, you're going to have some diametrically opposed energy that's going to also increase in power. As they say, new levels, new devils, you're going to see your haters once you start to elevate and grow and prosper. Once you get into this, I would say Empress energy. The Empress is here. What energy is the collective manifesting and channeling? Oh, this is the wrong deck. Sorry, guys. And the gut feeling came out. Intuition, betrayal, pessimism, relating, value, insight, increased perception, love, monogamy. See? Your perception's increasing. You're becoming more aware of who your haters are because of how they're reacting, responding to what you're going through. What energy is the collective manifesting into? How are they elevating? What card represents the vibration or the frequency the collective is elevating into as a result of this process? It's almost an hour. 10 of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands reverse. Now, I'm gonna say this. So you listen, this is you showing your ass. Not because you're a showing your ass kind of person, but instead of you like hiding your light, being ashamed of who you are, right? You're going to sort of give people back what they're giving you, and they'll see you as a bitch. This is you protecting your power by being kind of mean, and you don't care about how they feel about you at this point. So you go from being the Queen of Cups, you know, docile, sweet, loving, kind, very empathetic towards other people, right? Concerned about them more than yourself, and then you're realizing these are my haters. You're gonna say, oh, bump that. I'm in not my dark era now. Not that. It's not dark, because the Ten of Cups is here. This is you protecting your boundaries. This is you protecting yourself using maybe angry words, force. You're fighting back. This Queen of Wands. You're fighting back in ways that let people know that you're not to be toyed with. Don't mess with me. And that's not normal for you. You're usually very accommodating, very sweet, you know, you're punching bag for people. They see you as like someone to make fun of or look down on. And once you elevate, it's going to be, you're going to show your ASS. You're going to show your behind. You're going to floss and stunt. And not to hurt them, but you won't care about how they feel about it anymore. This is how they'll see you. Oh, she changed. Queen of Wands reverse. She changed. She different now. So you're not at the Empress yet. You're going there though. Ten of Cups. Not there yet. But that's where you're heading towards. Once you get past this family dynamic or whoever your haters are, you're going to go in that direction. But this is you like not being concerned about how other people see you and doing whatever you want to do for your own self, for your own life. And not like, I don't care like how you feel about me. And then they'll say you changed. The money changed you. You think you all that. You think you cute. You'll see who they are. The haters are. Once you go up here, you'll feel like this polar opposite energy. Because it's all energy. That's it. So the more positive you get, the more negativity you'll attract. Don't be discouraged by that. And you won't be. You're going to use their negativity as a weapon against them to make them even more jealous. Like, I want haters. Before you want everybody to like you. 7th house energy. You want it to be liked and appreciated and approved of and validated by the people. Now you're like, F everybody. I'm doing me. F all of y'all. Because y'all don't like me anyway. Y'all don't like me anyway. So whether I'm perfect and nice or I'm a bitch, you still won't like me. When I was nice, nobody liked me. When I was nice, they treated me like, you treated me like crap. Something like that. What you're going to go through. Now I'm this. It is what it is. So get used to it. So yeah, congratulations, guys. Really interesting energy. I'm going to leave it there. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.